Hello everyone, we're going to read a book today. It's one of my favourites. It is Possum Magic by Mem Fox. Possum Magic. Once upon a time, but not very long ago, deep in the Australian bush lived two possums. Their names were Hush and Grandma Poss. Grandma Poss made bush magic. She made wombats blue. She made kookaburras pink. She made dingoes smile and emus shrink. But the best magic of all was the magic to make Hush invisible. What adventures Hush had! Because she could not be seen, she could be squashed by koalas. Because she couldn't be seen, she could slide down a kangaroo's back. Because she couldn't be seen, she was safe from snakes, which is why Grandma Poss made her invisible in the first place. But one day, quite unexpectedly, Hush said, "Grandma, I want to know what I look like. Please, could you make me visible again?" "Of course I can," said Grandma, and she began to look through the magic books. She looked into this book, and she looked into that. There was magic for thin and magic for fat, magic for tall and magic for small, but the magic she was looking for was not there at all. Grandma Poss looked miserable. "Don't worry, Grandma," said Hush. "I don't mind." But in her heart of hearts, she did. All night long, Grandma Poss thought and thought. The next morning, just before breakfast, she shouted, "It's something to do with food. People food, not possum food, but I can't remember what. We'll just have to try and find it." So later that day, they left the bush where they'd always been to find what it was that made Hush visible. Like the bike. They ate Anzac biscuits in Adelaide, Mornay and Minties in Melbourne, steak and salad in Sydney, and pumpkin scones in Brisbane. I should say collector. Hush remained invisible. "Don't lose heart," said Grandma Poss. "Let's see what we can find in Darwin." It was there, in the far north of Australia, that they found a Vegemite sandwich. Grandma Poss crossed her claws and crossed her feet. Hush breathed deeply and began to eat. A tail, shouted both the possums at once. For there it was, a brand new, visible tail. Later, on the beach of Perth, they ate a piece of pavlova. Hush's legs appeared. So did her body. "You look wonderful and precious, Possum," said Grandma Poss. Next stop, Tasmania, and over the sea they went. In Hobart, late one night, in the kitchen of the casino, they saw a lamington on a plate. Hush closed her eyes and nibbled. Grandma Poss held her breath and waited. "It works, she cried. And she was right. Hush could be seen from head to tail. Grandma Poss hugged Hush, and they both danced. "Here we go round the lamington plate till early in the morning." Lamingtons. From that time onwards, Hush was visible, but once a year, on her birthday, she and Grandma Poss ate a Vegemite sandwich, a piece of pavlova, and a half a lamington, just to make sure that Hush stayed visible forever. And guess what? She did. That's the end of the story, guys. That's the last page. I hope you guys really enjoyed the story. It's one of my favorites, and I thought I'd share it with you. So until next time, see ya.